I'm Cheryl Kagan, very proud to be the Senator for Gaithersburg and Rockville. It's Thursday night. We are almost done with another very long, busy week in the Senate. This morning, I was so honored to host 4 of the enormous, brilliant, courageous heroes of January 6th. Sergeant Aquilino Gonell, Harry Dunn, Daniel Hodges, Michael Fanone. These are names and faces that you know from the January 6th congressional testimony. They told their stories that day to Congress. They've shared their stories around the country. In some states, if you can imagine this, in some state capitals where one or more of them have gone, they have gotten booed. They've had legislators stand up and walk out in enormous disrespect. In Annapolis, in the Senate of Maryland, I am so happy and relieved to say that my colleagues showed them the respect that they deserved with an enormous round of applause and a standing ovation. I presented them with Senate resolution, gave remarks, and then we had a press conference where they told more of their stories. You can look for coverage in the Baltimore Banner, the Baltimore Sun, in State Circle. I don't know if you know about State Circle. It's a 30-minute program on Maryland Public Television. So those are some of the places that you can look for it. So Monday is crossover day. I think I talked about this last week. Ideally, it's when all Senate bills are out of our chamber and on their way to the House, and all House bills are done there and they come over to the Senate. They cross over, and that makes it a lot easier to finish the process, pass in the other chamber, and send them up to the governor for his review and signature. So Monday is crossover. We had 3 more of my bills on the Senate floor yesterday, and 3 more come out of my committee. Today we moved another one. So it's just every day is a little bit more and incremental progress on all the important issues, whether it's about elections, right to repair, wheelchairs, nonprofits, 911, transparency. There's so many issues that we're working on. We're making progress on many of them. Energy bills. I suspect that you are among the folks who are going nuts and being shocked by the big electricity bills that you've been getting in the mail. We had a 4.5-hour plus, I think, hearing yesterday. I would say the other day. Feels like 3 weeks ago, but I think it was yesterday. And we had representatives from PEPCO, from Baltimore Gas and Electric, and others telling the stories, trying to explain why it is and what the future is going to look like. Because yes, our winter was super frigid cold, and that's part of the reason, because we all used our heat more. But frankly, with climate change and with summer coming up, it's going to be super hot, and we're all going to be tempted to want to use our air conditioning. So our bills are going to go back up again. So trying to figure it out. We have a lot of energy bills in my committee. I'm vice chair, education, energy, and the environment, and elections. And so we are working on a lot of those issues. We just finished a long conversation about extended producer responsibility, which is part of an environmental bill. Senator Augustine has been working on for several years, and it's exciting to see that Maryland might join Minnesota, Maine, Colorado, California in really making sure that we can reduce, reuse, recycle, compost, and create less of a waste stream. And with that, keep calm. It's hard to do as we're approaching crossover, and as we continue to see just the nightmarish mess that the Trump-Musk administration is creating in DC, around the country, and around the world. We are doing what we can here, but it's having a huge impact. The layoffs are having a huge impact on our budget. I want to thank Governor Moore, Lieutenant Governor Miller, and their team, and as well as obviously as my Senate and House colleagues, who are really trying to figure out how we can get to a balanced budget without cutting too deeply and without raising taxes and fees too much. So it is a big challenge, and Trump is making it worse. Anyway, wash your hands, stay healthy, half the Senate was sick last week. So please make sure you're taking care of yourself. Make sure you have the flu shot. Make sure you have the RSV shot. If you've never been vaccinated for measles, make sure you get a measles shot. It is literally killing people and is only going to get worse. So please take care of yourself. Thank you so much for watching. Stay well. I'll see you again next week. Bye-bye.